what's going on with Gen Alpha? Gen Alpha, they need to be, like, all of them gassed. I'm sick of them, and I'm sick of the way they talk on the internet, okay? Specifically, I know we have our, like, phrases and stuff, but if I hear 6'7" one more time, it's time for, like, a nuclear holocaust.
Is that a wrinkle? Ew! Today we're talking about the fear of aging and the rise of child skincare influencers. Now,
That is actually so hilarious. Like, these 10-year-olds are looks maxing now. Oh my god. I mean, let's be practical about this, though. If there ever was a time to looks max, it is, like, when you're 10. Because your bones are still growing, so if you want to hop on steroids or human growth hormone, it literally will, like, change your life. So, it is demented and fucked, but if I were to ever want to relearn anything throughout my life at a certain time, I wouldn't be like, oh, I would prefer to learn about puberty when I'm 4. No, I'd be like, I'd prefer to learn about mewing when I'm 4. So that way I can just, like, be the entire time sitting in the back of the classroom, never raising my hand, just mewing, tongue on the roof of my mouth, getting that forward growth, you know, projecting my maxilla, making it so that by the time I'm 15, I'm already getting modeling contracts by, you know, pedophile Jews in the, you know, Hollywood world. I'd prefer, hey, Jews, I'm looks maxed at 15. Please groom me. I'd prefer that, please. Okay. I would love that. To rewrite my story to make it so that by the time I'm 13, I'm getting passed around a Diddy party. Like, please sign me up. I'm a disturbed young man. I should not be speaking this way.
over the past few years, Sephora has basically become the new Toys R Us for many Gen Alpha girls, while many Gen Alpha boys are busy measuring the angle of their baby-faced jawlines and the tilt of their eyes to submit it, of course, to get their face rating. Yes. Really. Young boys and girls are being taught by social media that they have to start anti-aging younger and younger, focus on their appearance more, and compare themselves to influencers before they even hit puberty. We literally
Yo, these kids need to realize that they're already fucking chopped, okay? You're not going to be able to ascend when your balls haven't even dropped. Like, that's just so brain dead. Like, anti-aging at 8 years old to what? Like, when you're fucking a newborn? What are you trying to go? What are you trying to reverse? You know what I'm saying? What are you fucking doing? Is it like, what?
have a category now called Sephora Kids, and these are 10, 11, and 12-year-olds who are filming these Get Ready With Me videos, filling their baskets with retinol and $60 eye masks, buying creams for wrinkles that they do not have. Dermatologists are saying they are seeing children come in with chemical burns, peeling, and irritation, all because they are using these anti-aging actives on skin that is already perfect.
Now, dermatologists are warning parents that some products kids are legally buying contain anti-aging ingredients.
I don't know if it's just me, but I knew a lot of people who just weren't allowed to wear makeup until they were like a certain age. Like, girls were actually not allowed to put this shit on their face until they were like 15 at least. So yeah, I think if you're talking about anti-aging, it's not smart to be putting on all these products on your skin at such a young age, because a lot of this stuff I think has, agents and chemicals in it that are supposed to attack acne, which you haven't even developed. So what the fuck is the point? Also, these are specifically meant for certain skin types, and this type of skin that you have, I think, truly becomes what it is when you're older, right? Everyone has the same skin when they're like 8 years old.
And that are potentially harmful to their skin.
Gotta keep those wrinkles away.
Oh my, yo.
Kids, even toddlers, love putting on makeup.
This is my daughter Edie, and if you don't already know, she's a big fan of skincare.
I'm so happy. I love skincare.
Definitely not like the father is telling her what to say.
I'm so happy. I love skincare.
Most of this is not aw, the girls like skincare, how cute. They are being taught that a bare, unedited 12-year-old face is a problem to fix. The beauty industry loves to dress this up as
You're a fucking 12-year-old. Can we, take a moment and let that sit with us, that these are 12-year-olds that are getting camera ready? Actually has never been easier to be a pedophile. And I'm saying this because if you're on the internet and you're a pedophile, what do you how are you not happy seeing 12-year-olds getting dolled up? That's insane. Why the fuck are these children trying to look camera ready? Why is anyone going You know what I'm saying? It drives me crazy, dude. It's like, stop. Dude, just stop. B12. Nobody's innocent anymore. I hate this. It's like
self-care while they slap these pastel packages on anti-aging products, shove them through these influencers who are barely out of high school.
And these kids also dress like sluts too. Bro, like Lil Tay, right, was like something like 17 or 16 years old, right? You know, she's doing these like music videos and she's like dressing in this like fucking tennis skirt. And it's just like, dude, what's like, someone made you wear this, right? And it's just like, I don't know. There's just so much weird shit going on. I want no part of it.
School themselves and then go, well, it is up to the parents.
I'm in the mission, drop some dollar. So come to Sephora with me.
Oh, nearly knocked people out on the way.
Oh, collect hair oil? Yes, please. Only £28. Bargain.
Dermatologists we spoke with say many of the viral products contain anti-aging ingredients like retinol that can harm young faces. Rochelle Rock says when her 9-year-old's porcelain skin broke out in an angry red rash, she confiscated all her skincare products. Now 11 admits she was influenced by social media videos.
Try this, it's really good.
Dude, you have to get these kids off social media. It's literally, and I mean this, melting their brain. There is just no way their brains are going to go through a healthy development when they're exposed to the World Wide Web of 2025. They are going to get one shot by all of the dog shit that people are putting out there. You think you're safe, right? You do. You think, oh, it's how bad can it be? Oh, it can be pretty bad. It can be pretty bad. Okay? It's a For You page. You are literally gambling away your innocence with every single swipe. If you made it through one swipe without, your entire worldview getting contorted and mangled by some fucking retard, then you might not, be the same by the next swipe. Right? If one swipe you got through without having your brain fucked by some demon who believes that everyone is like, you get where I'm going with this, right? You think you're good because one video didn't ruin your life. Well, lucky for you, there's about 4,000 new ones that you'll swipe through in a matter of minutes, So it's just too much.
You need it.
It's the parents' fault. Yes. I just also don't know if when you make a child, you are also agreeing to battle with billion-dollar algorithm machines. Right? And I don't think parents who want to raise a child and make life are aware that by doing so, they're not just making life, they're also going to war with all of the machines designed to ruin their children's life for profit. Not just social media, the Sephora itself, they benefit from this stuff. We're talking about institutions that exist to literally destroy children in every single way.
Moisturizer, and then a serum. I had no clue what I was doing.
The long-term effects could be very detrimental. We're seeing packages that look like candy, small skincare refrigerators that are for young girls.
Now we have these girls with acrylic nails on, hair extensions. Going to Sephora, kids, especially girls, are being pushed into adulthood, and then adults, especially women, are clinging to girlhood. So therefore, the middle is gone. The awkward phase of your tween years is gone. 11, 12, 13-year-olds have full makeup routines, contour, acrylics, fit checks. They look like they're getting ready for a night out instead of just going outside, meeting their friends. My get ready with me at 11 was putting on sneakers and then going to climb some trees with my friends or jump on the trampoline. No Sephora hauls.
I could never spend that much time getting ready. Don't you worry, girl. We can tell.
Generation Alpha, that's kids 15 years old and younger, has become one of the beauty industry's biggest consumer groups. They spent, listen to this, $4.7 billion on beauty and skincare in 2023.
Redness, peeling,
I told you, $4.7 billion spent on skincare products by women under the age of 15 years old. Now, why do you think that is? Do you think that might have something to do with TikTok literally cramming down their throats the idea that they need to be looking camera ready and to be, using products to, have a certain look? Because I think that might be part of it.
$7 billion on beauty and skincare in 2023.
redness, peeling, irritation, we're definitely seeing it. Talking about age 9 10 who have really beautiful skin, perfect skin, that they're worried about wrinkles and having pores.
But today, especially celebrity kids are dressed like tiny influencers instead of children. Northwest, for example.
Kim Kardashian's daughter, Northwest, rocking a black corset, lace-trimmed mini skirt, and bold teal on.
Kanye was so right, dude. He complained about this. He complained about his daughter getting corrupted, right? And, you know, I mean, listen, he married Kim K, and it's like, she's a fucking whore, so I can't imagine how she's, you know, raising this lady here. It's not good when you know a white supremacist rapper who is also black and made a song called Hail Hitler most likely be raising his daughter better than another woman.
I feel like I could be Batman. I feel like you could be Batman. Anybody could be Batman.
Brands treat girls like mini versions of their moms instead of children.
Everybody's wearing Skims.
We're Gen Alpha influencers. Of course, we are obsessed with skincare.
So
I'm actually very happy she blurred the faces. That's a good editing choice.
social media gives them instant access to adult trends, right? Adult bodies, adult conversations. They are not easing them into anything. They are thrown straight into one.
This is exactly the case. Like, the moment you turn 10 years old and get your first iPad, it's over. Your brain has been thrown into the paper shredder. You're never getting it back. Your innocence is gone, and it's been basically taken from you in a way that you've become a slave to losing it. Your innocence is something that you're actively addicted to killing by the time you have your first iPad, okay? You become literally a fiend for your own demise. You are so hooked on the mystery box gambling of ruining your life by scrolling that by the time you've hit like video 7, you've already learned things you shouldn't have, seen things you shouldn't have, and I have like 10 messages from 70-year-olds with their cocks out. That's the internet. Welcome. Hope you're having fun. You maybe want to get that time back. You maybe want to unsee something. You can't. Okay. Also, never mind the fact that this is literally taking away from the experiences you could have with your family, with your friends, with nature, going on walks, like, you know, finding something interesting to do with your time. It's just insane to me, and it's sad. It's really just sad at the end of the day, right? You can call it evil, you can say it's corrupt, it is all of those things, but ultimately, it is, for me at least, a sad thing to know that there are households that would have otherwise raised a perfectly healthy, normal child that would have seen their teenage years be used for finding new hobbies, developing skills, you know, becoming a happier person, that are now basically just due to the fact that they have an iPad, fucked. That makes me sad.
Womanhood as an aesthetic. Then the algorithm rewards a very specific face, a specific body type, pushes it on repeat, and kids absorb that immediately. So then the question is not, am I kind? Am I smart? Am I interesting? It becomes, am I pretty enough and clickable enough for the algorithm so that I can have more friends than Sarah? And children should never be thinking like that. Brands know exactly what they are doing. They also know the lifetime value of a makeup brand customer or skincare, so of course they would rather hook a girl at 10 than 25. Also, there are plenty of parents who act like managers who are filming their kids, monetizing them, cashing in the checks themselves. Oh, we're raising this money for college. No, you're not. On top of that, the environment these kids grow up in is perfect for creating this narcissistic, compulsive consumer. Entitlement grows because everything is framed as you deserve the best all the time. Even if you are 10, you need the newest eye cream, the best face mask.
Does anyone care about the 7-year-olds in Sephora?
Why do you need all that?
That is God, that is so disturbing, dude. It's just so fucked to see parents raising their children like this. What is going on? Is this normal? Is every other parent you see just a fucking demonic force? And this is just something I just don't know about. Are every one of these people just sick in the head? Part of me truly wants to hope I'm getting tunnel vision because I'm watching a video about how bad it is, so I'm gonna think it's super bad. But I also think it's like $4.7 billion doesn't just, you know, get injected into an industry without parental approval.
It's great for profit and terrible for development. Gen Alpha is being trained to value appearance and status over skills or depth or actual connection. And then comes the solution brands. How can we fix this obsession with skincare? More skincare, obviously.
Rini, which means children in Korean, is a new company from actress turned entrepreneur Shay Mitchell and 2 of her friends. Mitchell says it was inspired by her own experience with her 2 daughters wanting face masks she thought were inappropriate.
I tried to find her a sheet mask online, and the ingredients in these masks are crazy. They're actually shouldn't be used for kids at all.
Hey, fucking retard. None of them should be used for children. The children that are wearing face masks, let me stop you right there. That's it. The problem can be solved by not fucking wearing them at all. Don't make ones that are kid-friendly. Just don't have them at all. That's the dumbest thing ever. Like, what? Oh, yeah, you know, a lot of kids, I take Adderall. I don't. I'm just using this as an example. And I like it. I wish there was a kid-friendly version. So we made Adderall light for children so that they can enjoy. It's like, they just shouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
And then the same was true for all of the makeup.
This might be a crazy idea. So, let me know if I'm totally wrong and it's impossible to say this, but couldn't you just say no? Like, let's say you have a kid and...
My 15-year-old doesn't wear makeup. I told her years ago it's bad for her skin and she listened. Are you actually a father in my chat? Shout out to you. I hope that you're actually watching this and discerning that you should be absolutely a Nazi about what your child is watching. Literally, like, burn the books. Just get rid of it. Don't let them see it.
Your child asks you, hey, could I use that face mask? You can say, no, this is for adults. Go outside and play. Go do your homework. Is that an option?
And I think what I found really interesting is in Shay's Instagram post, she wrote, Rinny isn't about beauty, it's about self-care, about teaching our kids that taking care of themselves can be fun.
This is totally a Trojan horse. Like, what do you think that means? Taking care of you how? By making a product that is contributing to your aesthetics or your perceived aesthetics, right? This is literally so deceptive. It's actually crazy. Because, like, you can just say that about anything. It's not about beauty. It's about self-care. Well, the self-care comes from the fact you feel better about yourself because you think you look better, which is beauty. Fuck these bitches, man. Like, really? It's not about beauty? Oh, okay. Fucking genius. What is it about then?
It's about self-care.
Yeah, it's mentally grooming them into makeup, basically. We're going to start you off with Renee, and we're going to slowly, bird feed your way into, it's like...
Teaching our kids that taking care of themselves can be fun, gentle, and safe. We're talking about 3-year-olds here.
Yeah.
All they do is they move.
What the fuck? What the fucking fuck? What the fuck?
Through the world is be cared for.
Like
that is the entire job of a parent. That's why parents are so exhausted because all they do is care for somebody else.
And there's a podcast justifying this? All of you are just so evil and you know it. Like, what? Oh my god, dude. Like, what the fuck? 3-year-olds! Get them a fucking toy train! Imagine you're going to someone's, baby shower, and you don't get them, a crib or a blanket. You get them a fucking face mask. Really? You're so interested in children's skincare, and that certainly doesn't have to do with the fact that the market you're filling makes $4.7 billion off of beauty insecurity. Really? Yeah, fucking right.
The idea that a child needs self-care, it is laughable.
Yeah.
That is the language
Oh, okay, never mind. This is a podcast attacking it. Okay, that's good.
that we use for 30-year-old women.
Yeah. Right, they're not going to their 9 to 5.
I thought the podcast was justifying this.
Then they come back and it's time for self-care. For a child, what did they do? They completed nap time?
Kids copy what they see. That's normal. But when curiosity turns into consumption, you start building habits that last a lifetime. So maybe toddlers don't need skincare. Maybe they do. Maybe they just need to be told that their skin is enough.
Exactly. We are just making it safer for kids angle sounds good. It is better than a child grabbing an adult skincare.
I don't know. Kids have always wanted to do what they see mommy do. I don't see anything too bad with a cute little kid's mask like that. This is the point. You not seeing anything wrong with it is why they figured out how to do it. You understand that you're sort of seeing this as a benign, simple little thing is why they're doing it. Does that make sense? This is not just something where, I don't see the problem with it. The problem with it is that you don't see the problem with it. We're inventing a market that shouldn't exist. Period.
A product and then ruining their skin. But it still teaches 5 and 6-year-olds that their skin is a project. And then ruining their skin. But it still
Exactly. I don't know, my stream just started playing. Exactly. This is it.
And then ruining their skin. But it still teaches 5 and 6-year-olds that their skin is a project that needs products, right?
This is something that they should not even be thinking about. You shouldn't even know that your skin looks like anything until you're like at least 12 or 13, not even that, like 15.
Steps, rituals, just like mommy needs it.
Everyone seen their mom doing their skincare or doing their makeup and they want to do it with them. And so I think it's really smart to create a brand specifically for kids that has more safe ingredients for kids that aren't as strong as the products that adults use for their face.
The listings say that they're for kids as young as 4 years old. Though that also, as there have been multiple reports saying that the descriptions previously said for kids as young as 3.
When did we start to think that 3-year-olds need to be obsessed by anti-aging or makeup?
The issue is not just the ingredient list. It's the mindset that you have to start worrying about your pores instead of your math test. Or actually what, they said 3-year-olds? Dermatologists are all basically saying the same thing.
These are kids that are still shitting themselves. They're not even potty trained, right? And you're putting a face mask on them. That's just wrong. End of story.
Give them a mild cleanser, maybe lotion if they have eczema, and a sunscreen. That is it. It is not about self-care. It is about seeing how early they can turn kids into repeat customers.
3. Fucking exactly. Exactly. That's why it's so malicious. It is a total Trojan horse, right? That's exactly the... Thank you. She said that perfectly.
The only thing I think we should be considering is getting them into a little habit of being clean and just hygiene.
If parents treat it like an occasional dress up, it can be harmless bonding, sure. But the problem is that the industry in general is not built on once in a while for fun.
Sephora kids spent $4.7 billion on beauty and skincare in 2023 alone.
It is built on how early can we train you to feel incomplete without a product, our product. And that can push children into starting their skincare journeys even earlier, at 5, 4, 3. And your toddler not having a sheet mask does not mean you are depriving them of self-care.
The thought of a kid wearing a freaking face mask makes me so frustrated because as a parent of a almost 4-year-old, I just think about what do I want my kid focusing on at this stage in their life, at this stage in their cognitive development, developing their social skills. For not 1 second do I really want them thinking about the quality of their skin or even taking care of their skin. They have the rest of their life.
Exactly. This is literally when you're a child, your brain is a sponge, your neuroplasticity is never higher. The moment you introduce a concept to them, that concept becomes like 80% of everything they ever know. We're talking about 3-year-olds. Okay, this is something like you shouldn't be introducing them anything like this. They shouldn't even know what they look like. Okay, you need to be holding them closely, raising them, creating a relationship with them where they understand that you're their protector, you're the person who will feed them. These are the most important, we're talking about formative years. What does that word mean? What does formative mean? Okay, forming ideas, forming memories, forming habits, all things that should be, viewed as priorities, as essentials, should be at the top of the queue. If you think skincare, which is almost, I think, entirely for aesthetic purposes. Skincare, if it wasn't about that, then you would see them, making arm masks or something. It's just about the face. Is not a priority at all, right? At all.
To be thinking about that, to be hung up over that, let's not start the hang-ups early. To me, this is just absolutely predatory.
It reminds me of Millie Bobby Brown,
predatory.
who also has a skincare brand, by the way, Florence by Mills. But she did also talk about being criticized for aging. The public met her as a child, then she grew into a normal young adult, and the internet reacted like she had aged 20 years overnight. A lot of it is styling or branding or makeup or contour, right? Fashion, lighting, and high glam photo shoots. She is not 11 anymore. Well, for one more season, she is. Get it?
I don't even get it.
I want to take a moment to address something that I think is bigger than just me, something that affects every young woman who grows up under public scrutiny. I started in the industry when I was 10 years old. I grew up in front of the world, and for some reason, people can't seem to grow up with me. Instead, they act like I'm supposed to stay frozen in time, like I should still look the way I did on Stranger Things Season 1. One article reads, "Why are Gen Zers like Millie Bobby Brown aging so badly?" Written by Lydia Hawkins. "What has Millie Bobby Brown done to her face?" Written by John Eli. Millie Bobby Brown mistaken for someone's mum as she guides younger sister
How old is she?
Ava through LA. Written by Cassie Carpenter. Disillusioned people can't handle seeing a girl become a woman on her terms, not their own.
How is it possible that she's only 21? She looks great. Why are we shocked? What do you think a 21-year-old looks like? They don't all look like that. They don't always look like that. But if you put on a dress like this, if you have, full glam makeup, yeah. I mean, none of this is shocking though, given the Gen Z's aging like milk discourse that we have seen for a while now.
Somebody recently told me that they thought I was 36 years old.
Videos like this have been blowing up on TikTok, resulting in some serious aging anxiety.
Why do you think that, this is so stupid. stupid, dude. Like, the part of the reason you're aging like milk is because you're using anti-aging products more than you should, and it's damaging your skin. This is the thing, right? I do think a lot of these companies know that their products are going to be overused out of like fear and paranoia, which will cause issues that their products will then be looking to solve. So if you are a, skincare company that also sells makeup, well, they'll spam your skincare, fuck up their skin because they're overusing it or using it improperly, and then go to you to buy concealer, and then it's just like a vicious cycle, I think, at least.
From Gen Zers who are now entering their late 20s. Netizens are saying that it's no surprise that the generation that was raised in the age of social media, which normalized things like cosmetic surgery.
It's also not just the skincare. I also do think that the sort of blue light from your phone is also damaging skin as well. So
and Facetune are now obsessed with anti-aging products, procedures, and trends.
When you actually look at real faces in the real world, not just TikTok edits, I don't really think this is true. Most Gen Z women and men look completely normal for their age. People keep comparing them to these carefully lit, professionally photographed celebrities from earlier generations, or to their own nostalgia-filtered memories of how youth used to look. But yeah, some have gone a bit overboard with things like fillers and procedures that can make them look older. But overall, when you strip away the filters, right, the glam teams, the unrealistic online expectations, in general, the average Gen Z woman or man is not aging like milk. Much like Millie, people keep saying that Emma Watson aged badly, but she looks exactly like a woman in her mid-30s. Nothing unusual and nothing dramatic.
Let's take a look. I want to be... maybe she's being nice. Let's see. Emma Watson's so fine. Are these recent photos of her? What is this? Dude, she's actually so hot. October 6th? You saying this aged like milk? Nah, this is a fine wine. I think this is... I'm not gonna get too, vulgar and crass about it, but I think she's hot. She's hot. Whoa. What the fuck was this? When did this happen? Well, I'm glad that's over.
The real issue is that people still mentally picture her as Hermione at 15. If the public meets you as a kid,
Emma Watson is an yucky feminist idiot. All right, listen, I just thought she looked good. All right, maybe she's a retard. That's something else, okay?
Lock you into that version of your face forever. On top of that, she does not seem to rely on heavy filler or procedures, so her face actually moves and looks human.
Why does 35-year-old Emma Watson look 40?
Yo, oh my god, what the forehead alert, like, dude.
No one has realized she has been hiding 3 disturbing physical secrets.
Disturbing physical secrets.
Recently, Emma appeared on Jay Shetty's podcast. However, in the video, her eye sockets were sunken and her forehead was covered with wrinkles, making her look quite aged. At 35, she seems to look 40.
At 35, she seems to look 40, a whole 5 years more. Even if that were the case, although I don't really see the issue here, I think she looks fine. And that's how skin works. You move your face, you're gonna get lines, you're gonna get wrinkles eventually. But let's say for the sake of argument, she did look 40. So, to look 5 years older than your actual age, it just doesn't really sound like the end of the world to me.
No one has noticed the 3 unsettling secrets she has been keeping. First of all, she insists on natural aging and refuses to resort to medical aesthetics to fight against aging.
That is the dark secret? Look at her. She looks great. In fact, you right now, you watching. Man or woman, doesn't matter. If you are an adult, go ahead and lift your eyebrows. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your forehead. Smile. Frown. I'm sure you may have some lines, and that is natural. That is what real humans...
Well, this is why I cover my forehead, right? Is because I just think my forehead kind of big, so I also just,
skin does. Her skin is the same, but because this is Hollywood, it stands out in a culture where everyone is filtered into baby smooth perfection. The audience just refuses to update the image they compared her to. By the way, this is coming from someone that's not a huge fan of Millie Bobby Brown or Emma Watson. I think they're fine. I'm just not like this diehard fan.
The thing is, like, when we're talking about age indicators, I feel like there are only a few that just do a lot of damage. So, like, there's this, and I know all this because, like, I'm an autistic looks maxer. I think the first one is the nasal labial folds. These are going to make you look really old, right? So, like, this, for instance. This, I think, is, like, the worst one. You can see, it's like the lines that go from your nose down to your mouth, right? If those are really pronounced, it makes you look old. And if those are smoothed, you look super young. I think as long as you don't have those and, like, really bad, not, like, under eye, but, like, around your cheekbones, if there's some flaps, those gotta go. And I see no shame or nothing wrong with getting filler if that's something that you're, visibly seeing. I would say deal with, go and get those, what's the problem? Is that it's like you're cheating? Would you rather cheat and have people look at you better or not cheat and have people look at you worse. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Actually stupid.
And or something, but I think this is ridiculous. They look okay. This is not about her. It is about how warped people's expectations have become. Now for boys too, younger boys are being told that they need to look and act like full-grown men before they even
Yeah, and jowls as well. Yeah, like the little,
understand what that means. Things like looks maxing, the discipline aesthetics, right? Copying gym influencers, adopting this stoic, hyper-masculine persona at like 10. It is the male version of
that is pretty funny. I have also seen literal 12-year-olds asking in Discord servers if they mog. It's like, my brother in Christ, go mog your fractions quiz.
Adulthood. There's also so little freedom to be an awkward kid.
Talking about literally 15-year-olds saying 19-year-old women are damaged goods.
Tween, to develop the way you are supposed to at that age instead of comparing yourself to adult men. Girls stare at pores and wrinkles, boys stare at jawlines, shoulders, height. No one has the space to figure out who they actually are without external expectations and beauty standards, which are constantly telling them, no, that's wrong. Get on that skincare, you're already 8. The culture is not giving kids the room to be kids, or actually adults. Kids are aging up and adults are aging down. Aging is treated like a failure, so people do whatever they can to look and act younger when they're actually adults, including emotionally a lot of the time. Many women see how much the culture worships youth and act like little girls. That's the infantilization.
I hate this so much. Yeah, like the infantilization stuff really pisses me off. One of the instances of this that I see, and it really bothers me, is VTuber women who very clearly force their voice to sound like a little girl, and I just think it's really strange. Why not just use your normal voice? Like, that's totally fine. So anyway.
Of womanhood. So the baby voice appears, the oversized sweaters, the cutesy aesthetic. Now, if that's just something you genuinely like, okay, fine. But a lot of women, especially in media, feel like they have to adopt that image to stay relevant, to be accepted in society, because you can't actually act like a woman or look like a woman. You have to look and sound like a 16-year-old girl. The result is a full collapse of normal development. It is about a culture that no longer respects the natural growth from girl or boy to woman or man, a culture that treats every wrinkle in line as a flaw, and you need to trust the beauty industry to fix that.
I don't want to look 25 when I'm 50, just like you didn't want to bypass your 20s or your 30s. And you know why? Because I'm immune to the bullshit that tells me that a woman 50 or over has no value in this world.
And am I supposed to sit here and pretend she doesn't look amazing?
I mean, what? I mean, is that, I mean, yeah, I mean, fair enough, right? I just, I don't know what prompted this, you know what I mean?
That a woman 50 or over has no value in this world.
And am I supposed to sit here and pretend she doesn't look amazing just because she's over 50? That we can only appreciate a woman's beauty if she looks like a copy and paste Instagram model with 100 injections and filler? Aging naturally is genuinely so beautiful. You can tell when—
The thing is, when people understand what Kris Jenner did and they can replicate it successfully, though, these same women are going to be like, the moment they hit 50, going to get whatever she got done. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this shit, like, this is, I mean, bro, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've showed this before. This is ridiculous, okay? She's in her 70s. She looks like she's maybe in her 40s in this. That is a mindfuck. There's something nice and sweet about saying, I'm 50 and I'm fine with looking 50. I also just know for a fact 90% of the women saying this are going to take the surgery that has a 100% success rate that makes them look like they're in their 40. When that ever gets, fully tweaked and fine-tuned.
And someone takes care of themselves and their health, not in a youth-obsessed way, but in a way that makes them feel their best. And that confidence is—
It's like how all the fat activists did it with those—
Anonymous tipped $2. They are just jealous that they want to be the alpha, but get mogged.
I don't know who you're talking about, but likely the case. Very true. Anyway, yeah, it's like with Ozempic and fat activists. Like, they're like, all right, I'm fine with being fat, but then Ozempic makes them skinny. They're like, oh, wait, okay, I can just do this. They're like, I'm fine being 50, and when they can get an injection that actually works to make them look, 20, they'll do it.
more attractive than anything else.
People say, oh, I love that look on you. It makes you look so young. But then maybe I don't want it then because I want to look my age. I want to look like who I am, no matter what age I am.
Age never was a difficult thing for me. In fact, I embrace it. Every day's like a birthday.
I'm accepting the changes that come with being old. I'm so grateful.
I love aging. It's a privilege to age. I'm also about letting the aging come through, because tomorrow's certainly not promised to you. So if today is my last day, I'm gonna look cute as can be. Fabulous.
I mean, it's so refreshing to hear women talk about aging as a privilege. And it cuts through that panic that the internet has created around every fine line, every year that passes. A lot of these women, they carry a presence that younger girls cannot imitate. There is that confidence and composure that comes only with experience. And I've always admired that. They are not running from time. They have lived enough life to understand its value. So when they say aging is a privilege, it is. It is a truth learned through everything they have survived. So there is nothing wrong with looking your age. There is nothing wrong with growing up on schedule. And there is nothing wrong with being in the middle phase, right? The awkward phase, the learning phase. That is.
I just think it's also when you're older, like especially now, if you're in your 50s or 40s and you magically have stumbled into this video and you're listening to me, I don't know how that happened, but you're welcome to be here. How's it going? I think boomers have made so much fucking money just from being born when they were born that they have nothing to complain about anymore. It's like, I don't want to hear a goddamn complaint from a boomer whose home has quadrupled in value and all their investments have also, just from doing nothing. And they're on like a boat or golfing all day or watching Fox News and Tucker. It's like, dude, your life is basically like, bro, if you're in your 50s, you just get money for existing. And so it's like, yeah, I don't want to hear you complaining about aging or ageism. Like, bro, if a 50-year-old's complaining about ageism, maybe I wouldn't trade places with them, because I think, your youth and your health, your whatever, is more valuable than money. But it's like, you also got millions of dollars. So I'm in my 50s and I've watched you for a while, mate. Damn, what? That's crazy. That's it. I actually am a little astounded by that. That's awesome. Damn, you're in your 50s and you're watching me? Oh, man, that makes me feel a little like that makes me like, because when you're in your 50s, you hear a lot of things from a lot of people. And, if I'm a young buck coming up and people want to hear what I have to say, it makes me smile. Shout out to you, Black Blake 7.
This is what development is supposed to look like. And the more we normalize that, the harder it becomes for the beauty industry and the algorithm.
So then you know about it. So then you know how easy the boomers have it with the money. There are no broke boomers.
To convince adults that there is something wrong with natural aging, and to convince kids that their childhood is an inconvenience that they should spend money on to escape. And that's all for today's video. You guys let me know what.
That's a great video. I am disturbed at the children's face masks, though. Absolutely weird, man. Very strange. Anyway, leaving a like on that video.